training arc section. We are going to be drawing plants today. Here's all the reference pictures I've compiled. While I was compiling them, I realized that I might want to separate this into multiple parts. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But with this one especially, with the hands, we were mainly focused on learning the anatomy, learning how they actually look, because I know how to bend and break the rules with them. So I don't have to worry about that. But because I haven't drawn plants a lot, I'm probably going to be doing the reference pictures I've picked multiple times to see if I can figure out how I want to simplify. So we're gonna... Hi Chris, how's it going? I really want to start out with this one though, because like these look like little dancers, and I wanted to design like an outfit and maybe even a character based off of them. But that's not what we're doing today. Today we are strictly focusing on figuring out how to draw plants. I can design things based off these plants later. I will not get distracted. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna do the one on the right. Trying to figure out how to start this. Like, again, with anything people related, I've practiced it a lot. I haven't done a lot of practice with plants, so like, it's a little bit harder. I don't think I gave myself enough room over here. Right? I love them. I found them while I was looking for references, and I love them, and I want to design outfits and characters based off of them. So there's a bunch of veins in here. I'm not going to bother drawing them. Maybe I should, since I'm trying to learn the rules and how to break the rules, but I'm not gonna. I know that I'll never draw the veins unless I'm trying for realism, and I don't try for realism. Like, there's nothing wrong with realism. It's just not something I have an interest in. But they look like fairies, and they look like they're dancing, and I love them very much. Well, I'm glad you were able to have the courage to say hi and ask how they're doing. I found a random copyright-free playlist before stream, and that's what we're listening to, by the way. I haven't listened to this at all. I didn't want to do video game music again. Sometimes I'm okay with it, but sometimes I'm not. But yeah, I assume it's hard to ask people you like things and talk to people you like. I say I assume because I've never I've never really had to. But I'm proud of you for having that courage. But if you like asked her via messaging. Maybe she's in the middle of something. Who knows? And if she just doesn't respond, then sometimes that's how it is. I'm trying to figure out where all the petals are. I'm trying to draw the petals. They're all so wavy. I'm like, where are the lines that I need to put down here? Sometimes I message my friends and they are in the middle of something and they don't get back to me for several hours. That's just sometimes how it is. Okay, I think we have all of... Wait, no. There's a little one right here. Okay, I think we have all of the petals. I feel like there's something wrong with the proportions here. Like I made the petals too long. So I'm gonna go back and fix it. Since this is to learn, I need to go back and fix anything I find that I don't necessarily feel is right. Like, a lot of times I'll leave it with my actual drawings because I think the imperfections kind of give it character. And I know I can learn for next time. And you never want to work on the same picture for too long. You never want to overwork it. Sometimes it's best to take what you've learned and move on. But for studies, I try to get it as close as I can. Studies, I'll put more effort into getting things to look as good as they do in my references. That's not to say I succeed, but to say I try. I'll be completely honest. I've been putting off this training arc session. I meant to have a training arc session every week. But I've been putting this one off because I've been nervous. Because I don't like openly doing things I'm not good at in front of people. Hi, Mana. I like showing y'all my expertise, but this is not my expertise. But I feel I'm trying to get over that. I'm trying to be like, okay, yeah, I'm not the most amazing person at drawing plants, but I'm still gonna do it. Because this is about improvement. Yeah, it's practice. You're right, Mana. I have to keep telling myself that because again, I get really nervous when I do things I'm not good at in front of people. But I'm working on it because I don't because I want to do these things. I want to do these things on stream where I'm like improving and showing you guys the process of how I go about improving my art. Because quite honestly, it's easy to say, oh, just practice when people ask you how to get better at art. But it's hard to take the advice, just practice and do anything useful with it. So part of my training arc videos, I want to be me improving, and part of the reason I want to do them is I want to show you guys how I've learned to improve. Because I know that there are at least a couple people who show up to my streams and they want to learn how to do art better, and I want to help. I think it's always a little nerve-wracking to do things you're not good at in front of people, though. So, like, just something I'm gonna have to work on. Another thing to improve upon. I think that actually starts up here. I think that's where my problem lies. And there's another little line right here. You can see part of this flower back here too. I kind of wish I was like, I could do two things at once and I could show you like, oh, I just noticed this as I'm drawing, but it's hard to keep that two picture focus. That made no sense. But like, talk about what I'm seeing and show you what I'm seeing while also like drawing. So I hope my train of thought doesn't get too confusing. If it does, let me know. But yeah, I really like these flowers. I have no idea what kind of flowers they are. I saved so many pictures of them, and I forgot to remember what they're called. But I love them. Oop. That was wobbly. I will say my trick for lines, because a lot of people compliment me on my line art. My trick for lines is to have confidence. And I will say it over and over and over again. Have confidence. But what I do to get smooth lines is I do just one stroke as long as I can. And I try not to second guess where my pen is going. Because once you start second guessing, then you'll start getting this. That goes up a little further. There we go. Because you can always go back and adjust where the lines are after you get one down. At least when you're doing anything where you can undo or erase. So it's best just to go for it. And quite honestly, it's a little funny that I go on a spiel about just going for it right after talking about how nervous I am about this about the stream. Should take my confidence in just going for it that I do with lines with everything else. Hardy fuchsia? Okay. I should make some fuchsia fairies. Not today, though. Today is... I have to keep reminding myself to stay on task. I cannot change topic. But one of these days, you guys are gonna either look at Twitter or look on my stream and you'll see fuchsia fairies. Okay, thank you. This one kind of starts around here. Hi, Icy Travel. Yeah, I'm training. I never do flowers or plants of any kind, really. So I decided I was going to do a study for them. Potentially multiple studies, because I got so many reference pictures that I'm not sure 1 3-hour stream is going to be enough. Really? Small world. This kind of has more shadow, so we're going to put some of this black here. Oh, I have some of those on my references too. I have a cherry tree over here and some more cherry tree, and I know and I have some flowers over here. Where was I? Over here. They are pretty. But yeah, I'm hoping that... Oh, you want to see them in real life? Maybe you'll get to. There's a sakura tree right by one of the elementary schools near my house. And I didn't notice it until like last year. I was like, oh, that's cool. Oh, I bet. Yeah, it's good to have priorities, Chris. Yeah, that's important. Cash is important. I'm hoping that after this one, since this one was the one I was really nervous about, well, one of the ones I was really nervous about, that I will be able to get back on track and do a training arc session once a week. It will focus on different things. Some of them I'll be good at, some of them I'll be as good as I am with this. Like, one that I'm looking forward to is I want to do an expressions practice, because I think my expressions have been starting to get stiff on my drawings. But I'm usually really good at expressions when I focus on them. But it's one of those things that I just need a reminder about. Yeah? I studied a little bit of other art, like manga and like Western comics, like newspaper comics, to figure out how I want to do these dark areas. It's another area that I'm getting a little lazy on, so I'm trying to focus on it this session. But what I do to decide on the dark areas, whenever I'm working on line art, is I'm like, okay, where is the light? Where's the light and where's the shadow? And then I decide where the darkest parts are of the whole piece, where those are gonna be. And that's where I put the darkest lines and the thickest lines. Yeah, that might be confusing. But honestly, probably makes a good story for them to tell their friends. That's how I like to think of it anyway. Yeah. I can only imagine. Sometimes I read video games help me get used to like narrating things and talking during stream. That's how I practice my streaming, is I read and react to video games. And a lot of time that's at night. I should get better about doing it during the day when people are awake. And I'm like, I wonder if Dad can hear me, what he's thinking about right now. Me going on this villainous monologue, laughing like a maniac. like we finished our lines for this first flower. Let's go ahead and delete our sketch. A stylist. And yeah, confidence is key for doing line art. Especially, and it's especially easy for me to feel whenever it's something I can delete or erase. Because my thought process when I start realizing I'm getting shaky is, well, if this doesn't turn out right, I can just start over. So that's kind of my thought process to help me get confident. The other thing I do is I do exercises. My warm-ups. Let me do some examples of my warm-ups. I do straight lines, vertical, and horizontal the other way. Diagonal both ways. This is just an abbreviated version. And then I do circles. One line, one motion circles. And I try to make them perfect, but it doesn't always happen. And I just let it go. And then the other thing I do is gesture drawings. But gesture drawings is more for getting action than to get smooth lines. But that's what I do to help me get smooth lines. I'm not going to bother with masking. I usually mask when I do colors and have folders and everything, but because of how I'm handling things, I don't really want to. So we're gonna just color this in. Actually, no, I do want to. Told myself I didn't, but I do. Layer folder. Oh, that's perfectly valid. You might want to practice gesture drawings then, Chris. It might help you get more ideas for poses. The other thing you could do is look up references for your poses. Why? Clip, why are you giving me a circle? Thank you. Okay, and then everything looks nice and neat. Cool, cool. That'll work, but I would suggest going for like reference images or video, and then also practicing gesture drawing. Because there's a limit to how much one of those like wooden art mannequins can do. Like, the wooden art mannequin doesn't even move the full expression, like the full range of a human body. So I would try to get some outside sources, like pictures, or like go onto the gesture drawing sites and everything. And that might help you with getting a bigger range of motion. Like, there are some really good art mannequins, but like those are super expensive. So I'm assuming you're talking about like the one that you can get at any craft store. areas are too small for me to confidently eye drop. I just kind of take a look at it and guess. Oh, I missed a line.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Oh, I'm sorry your app didn't notify you.
Discovery's core computers now have primary control of critical
But
vehicle
take
functions.
heart that most people will just assume you got busy and won't hold a delay against you. Trying to figure out how to do these little bits. I'm not entirely sure. Because I know that they're supposed to be translucent, but I'm not doing that. Or transparent, one of those words. And then have the white. And which is why I'm not doing it transparent. Because if it's transparent except for where it's white and the background is white, then we have a problem. Think that looks okay? I'm gonna make this a little bit of a darker gray. And not that dark. There we go. I think that looks decent. We're gonna go ahead and make the upper... I don't like that color. I know it was eye dropped, but I still don't like that color. I don't like either of these colors, to be quite honest. They don't look quite the way I want them to. Maybe if I eye drop down here. Oof. Nope. Okay. Thank you. Maybe I'll just color differently and it'll make it feel better. I'll try to color a little bit more realistically than using my normal one-tone shade and one tone for highlight. Oh my Those glasses on that emote. You gotta see the stars in my eyes, though. Fun fact, While they aren't ready to show, I actually have been working on new emotes so I can fill that 5 free slot area. So hopefully soon. I'm gonna... Yeah! Get a little bit of a lighter area here. Oh no! What are you oh-noing? Oh no. Oh, you broke the emote. Whoop. But yeah, I'm working on something special and the emotes are part of it. I'm gonna release a whole bunch of things all at once, or a few things all at once. I don't know what constitutes a whole bunch, but I'm gonna be releasing several things all at once. And I'm almost done with everything. Almost done. So excited. This flower is looking really pretty so far. Like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but it's looking real good so far. There's that. I'll actually lower the opacity just a hair. Because I don't want to have to, like, be super extra cautious around these lighter areas. But I want them, like, I want them to have shadow, but I don't want to have to, like, go back and forth between colors for essentially the same line. So this way you get to see a little bit of the lighter color. You should make more sprites. Maybe come up with a character? I don't know. Or a character that you like. I always have the opposite problem, so I'm not much help. I always have the problem of, I have too much I want to draw and not enough drawing hands. Then I'm gonna take some of this lighter purple. I'm gonna take some of the lighter color to this purple, please. Well, what character has your attention now? I think I want a purpley color for these red stems. Nope. Didn't mean to erase that. It needs to be a little darker. Is that a good color? I can't. I think that might be a good color. Okay. Yeah, Lucina's a good choice. Grab a lighter purple for the stem. Do some blending, blending, blending. Blending to blending. I'll add a little bit of green here. I actually want to add a little bit of the pink up here into just a hair into these flowers with the purple. I'm taking a little bit of a watercolor brush to them. And I'll blend them in after, whenever I get what I want. Get a little bit reflection of that pigment in. Well, the only way to get better is to practice. If you want to draw him as a sprite, then draw him as a sprite. If it turns out bad, then, well, you probably learned something along the way. Today's stream is all about practice. Today's stream is sponsored by the concept of practicing. Are you practicing? No? Well, you should be. feel like I need to add some more lighter lights, but I'm not entirely sure where and how. Maybe using a light blue. I feel like there's more blue over here. Maybe a little bit of a lighter one. I don't know if I want to put blue up on the pink, though. I don't think I do. So I think we're probably going to call this flower done. I think it turned out pretty decent. Thank you, Icy Travel. I accidentally got rid of my paper layer. Oops. Let me bring that back real quick. Oh yes, it's incredibly tough. It's why I never do it in my legitimate pictures. Like in my like non-study pictures. I want to, I really do, but it's something I haven't figured out how to yet, so I'm working on trying. I'm practicing. Okay, I don't think we need to do a second one of this flower. I think we kind of have the vibe. Well, actually, no, we are going to do a second one of this flower. We're going to do a really simplified version of this flower. I'm going to lock you. Because part of this is to figure out how to break the rules. So we're going to try to figure out how we want to draw this quickly and still get the idea across. Right? Right? I said it earlier that I wanted to make a character and a dress out of this out of this flower. Out of this outfit. Listen to me. I'm already thinking. So this one, to figure out how we're going to break the rules, we're going real fast. Because we want to get the idea across quickly, and so I don't know about you guys, but I always try to get the important things down first and then go back and fill in details. So I'm hoping that this is going to help me figure out what can be simplified. So what I'm already like noticing things. And what I'm noticing is that these petals mostly look like hearts. They mostly look like upside down hearts. The other thing I'm noticing is that this friend is the only thick one that needs an actual stem. Everything else can be done with lines, I think. So let's real quick put our thoughts into actions and do some line art. I'm already messing up this line art. 1 second. Because this is one thing that I actually struggle with studies. I'll either study... Oh, actually, I say I'll either. If I do studies, I only do studies to figure out how to draw them as close to accurate as possible, which is important for studies. But considering my art style isn't accurate to life, if I never figure out how to do these seconds, like the second step where I'm simplifying, how am I gonna be able to simplify when I want to draw it? I like making like when Oh, that's cool. It's interesting to know how other people do, like, approach the art process. I know that I approach it the way I do, where I build up structure and line and shape, because and then worry about color later, because I started out as a graphite artist, but I know that that makes painting an interesting process for me. Torso as in like this part of the body. There's the neck and the shoulders and legs. This part of the body, that's the torso. We're gonna get rid of the one thing I don't like about how I did this simplification, and I don't think there's a good way to handle it. I don't think there's a good way to handle it. At least I can't think of one. I like that these stems are red. And if I'm using black line art, the stems are not going to be red. Like, I guess I could just change the line art. I can change the line art whenever I get done coloring. Grab this purple again. Not what I wanted to turn purple. Fill and... I want to hide this. Oh my god, that's kind of adorable though. This is really just making me want to draw characters and outfits based off this flower, and I'm telling myself I am doing a study today. I am studying today. Not getting distracted. Whoa. Okay. Then we are gonna put some of this green down here. It's not as important, but I kind of want it. No, we're not. It's just gonna be this gray color. And that'll be fine. We'll do my normal shading for the simplified. Where I take a layer at a 40% multiply, 40% opacity multiply, and I take a purple color, and then I do my shading with that. All right, have a good day. All hail Lord Zubat. To highlight, we'll take an add glow layer and we'll put it to 35% opacity, and we'll take an orangey color. Blend, blend, blend. And I think I want to blend this in a little bit. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Can we simplify it more, I wonder? Oh, wait, I was gonna... change my line art. Actually, I want this to be a darker color. Change my line art to make these lines red. I'm not sure if there's a way to simplify it more. Like, if it were small, how I would draw it small, I wonder. How would I draw it small? Now I want to unlock both layers and merge select. This is why I think we're going to have multiple parts. Because I'm trying to learn what's important in all the stuff that I'm drawing. Like how to draw it and then how to break it down. So we're gonna do one more. In this one, we're gonna try to make it as small as possible. Make as less detail as possible. I don't like that. Okay, I think I figured it out, actually. Do that, and do that. And that, and then do boop, 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 and... I do want the friend, the white friend, gray friend, whatever color friend, to be the thick one. I want it to have some weight there no matter what. Because it is different than the others, and I want it to show as different. Okay. I think that'll look good. Let's grab our line art. feel like I still want these to have two different sides to them that you can see. I feel like that's important. And we have these parts that are going down like that. And then we'll make... Actually, I don't think these need to be white at all. I think we can just make them little dots at this point. Turn it purple. This is going to be green.
And the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Gotta hit the multiply.
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
And we'll even simplify how we handle the shading over here. Add glow. There we go. All right, we have our first flower set done. We have what I saw to the best of my ability. We have what I would draw if I drew it in my style, and like that was the focus. And then we have it if it was like a background detail. Like, I'm sure we could go even smaller and be like, something like that, but I don't think we need to practice that. So we have our first flower set done. I'm really proud of us. I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna draw next. I know I need to practice trees, but I'm putting them off. Trees are a lot. I'm looking for something relatively easy. We could do bleeding hearts. Mom has bleeding hearts in her garden. I was like, I have bleeding hearts in my garden. I don't have a garden. Mom has several gardens. Let's do a cherry blossoms. And we can do them at a couple angles. Okay, let's do a couple cherry blossoms. So, the first thing I notice, outside of the fact that it has 5 petals, is this star. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. This star. Still not what I wanted to do. This star shape. So let's make a star shape. I'm pretty decent at drawing stars freehand. these petals are kind of just ovals. Kind of just oval shaped. Like eggs. We're doing stars and eggs. These petals to be touching each other. This one kind of folds up a little bit in this picture. So let's have it folded up a little bit. Something about this doesn't feel very cherry blossom yet, though, and I'm not sure why, because I know I'm looking at a cherry blossom picture. They need to be more rectangle rather than egg. Would that help? Or is it the fact that there's not this friend? If I add this friend, will it look more cherry blossomy? No? Okay, we'll take it away. Let's see. Maybe if we draw another angle of cherry blossoms, it'll help us figure this out. Let's draw it from the side, where we have the flowers kind of sideways. Yeah. Okay, have good lunch. Like, I'm wondering if this is because I usually draw cherry blossom petals like this. And so this is what I'm expecting. But I don't know. Come on, Clip. Come on, Clip. Stop saving recovery information and let me go. I want to practice. I want to figure out what's going on with these cherry blossoms. Clip. Clip. Clip, please. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Thank you. I just had to say hello. Hey, Sophie. Sophie, do you know what's wrong with these cherry blossoms that I am trying to draw? Where am I going wrong? This side one looks fine, actually, I think. The side one kind of looks right. You don't see the stem in the picture that I'm working with over here. But I guess I can fudge it and be like this. And this one? Yeah, it does look pretty flat. I'm more concerned about this front on one, to be quite honest. But you're right. And I think I know how to fix this. I think I know how to fix it looking flat, and I think it's really just gonna be me moving these flowers to look. Look a little bit more curved. But like, if I saw a picture of this one and somebody told me it was a cherry blossom, I'd be willing to believe them on it. I would not believe anybody telling me that's a cherry blossom. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm going wrong on that one. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Like, I got very excited about the fact that there's a star shape in the middle. And I was like, ah, this is gonna be fun. And now I'm like, how? Kinda needs to be a little bit of overlap, doesn't there? I think these petals are more rectangular than egg. I initially thought they were egg, but I think they're more rectangular. It's kinda... Let me start this one over again. Let me start it over again. Okay, we have a star. I'm gonna start with the star again. Because that's the only thing I know for sure about this flower. That there's that it makes a star in the center. Okay. So petal comes out. Curvy. Straight, curvy. And then a little friend in here. I'm gonna move this friend down. This guy overlaps. There's a sharp cut. Then goes up. And another little friend over here. A little bit of a wriggle on the flat bit. It's a little wriggly. And this one doesn't have any obvious overlap, so let's just... Like, I think it's starting to turn out better. This one looks the most like an egg. It's still more rectangular, I think. And then we'll put it... It's pixelated up there, but I assume that there's a wriggle up here, too. This one looks very curved. Yeah, wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. I mean, I think that's a little better. I don't know what I did differently, though, other than the wriggles. Maybe the wriggles are what's important. And we have our nice little curved friends. I think what we're gonna do here, just to make this like look like one picture, one thing instead of two, since we're doing them at the same time. Maybe we'll just do them separate times. We'll do them at separate times. We'll focus on this one first. Does this one look like a cherry blossom? I want to say kinda, but I'm not sure. Also, if cherry blossoms look more like wriggly white rectangles, why do I associate them with that shape? I think I'm gonna call that a done sketch. I think I'm gonna call it a done sketch. We'll do our line art for it. So let's zoom out. And then zoom in. Let's play the zoom game. Nope. Gotta do it at a different layer. It's not super wriggly. Let's wriggle like that. Oop, not quite that much on the side. Got a little anxious on the side. But yeah, if anybody has any advice on this cherry blossom, please. That's okay. has to connect. There we go. There we go. Then there's like a circle of these friends. Then a wider circle of the friends. Welcome back! I'm glad your omurice was wonderful. Had to think about it a second to figure out if I've eaten today, and I have. I just kind of forgot about it for a second. Yeah, I think we're definitely gonna have to put plants into multiple parts. Because I'm doing slow. I'm going slow. Which is fine. It is 100% fine and valid to not be fast when you're learning. And I am most still not what I wanted to color. I am most definitely learning from basically nothing here. I have very little experience drawing plants. I'm usually really fast at drawing, so I have to keep reminding myself it's okay that I'm not being fast right now. It's okay that I'm going slow. I got a little ambitious with how many references I saved. Okay, the more I'm working on this cherry blossom, the more it reads as a cherry blossom, I think. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Clip? Clip, please? I'm trying to draw. Clip, let me draw. Okay, we're back. found this playlist that apparently Twitch wouldn't copyright strike or mute or anything, and it's making me sleepy. It's making me want to nap. Yeah, I'm trying to focus on as many details as I can with the first drawing that I do with these flowers and plants. And then I can get less and less. So I'm really keeping my eye out for detail right now. This one's really folded over, but we see it front on. I think the whole reason I associate the one little arrowhead shape to cherry blossoms is probably solely because of Cherryum from Pokemon. Because I'm trying to think of like where I got that idea from, and I think it's just Cherryum from Pokemon. I've been going through my brain, like, have there been any others that have that little arrowhead look, or have all the other stylized cherry blossoms looked more like this? And I think they've more looked like this. Even though I dropped it, this is looking a very purple sock. That's okay. It's okay. We can change it. We can fix it. There we go. It's looking a little pinker. Let's try to get it a little pinker. There we go. Now it's looking pink. But we got that first one colored. And then I think I'm gonna do the line art for the next two together. And then I'll color them together. And I'll do medium-sized one up here. We're gonna start with the star. That's not looking right. Might make this medium-sized one a little bigger, so that the way the small one can exist. But we're gonna... first. We're gonna make it just a hair bigger. And now I'm not entirely sure how I want to do the tiny ones. Because, like, on one hand, I kind of want to do a reference to my Pokemon roots. But on the other hand, not sure that would be the best. Let's see. You may have noticed that I left the tops empty. I haven't decided how I want to handle it. Because I know they're warbly, but I also know that warble is like a small detail. I think I probably will. Let's see. Yeah, I think I probably will just leave the small one as a reference to my Pokemon roots, and I'll do the small one like star. I'm gonna put a little bit more effort into that small one because I was expecting me not to go with it. Where did I put my styles? There it is.
Liftoff of mission 41B, the first flight of the orbital Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower.
Okay, and I gotta keep remembering I need to do this on different layers. I don't know why that's so hard for me to remember now. I always do things on a bunch of different layers. Yeah, I get you. It's actually really easy for me not to color on a line art layer. It's a lot harder for me not to line art on a sketch layer. And the reason it's easy for me not to color on a line art layer is because I do use folders and masks. But that doesn't help with sketch to line art.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I kind of like how I did the Sakura petal in the mid-sized one. There, folder. Wait, I need to grab. I'm gonna actually make that a little pinker. Maybe not quite that pink. Might be a little bit too dark for cherry blossom, but there we go. That'll work. I kind of want to take this color to be the center. Be a little darker. Let's do my normal shading. Again, this one's folded over a lot. This one, I'm only gonna do a little tiny line, a little tiny dash on each petal. I don't think I'm gonna do a highlight on either of them. Merge selected layers. We got our forward-facing cherry blossom done. How exciting. The layer I wanted to move. I want to get our sideways facing cherry blossom done, and then we can move on to another plant. This one, unlike the forward-facing cherry blossom, I'm not gonna... Don't know why that opacity was so low. I'm not gonna start off with the star. Right? And I think that's what makes them look like a cherry blossom. I think that's where I was struggling with earlier. I want you up a little, not that much, maybe like that. There we go. And there's like two little friends, and then a big friend that connects it to the stem. I think that's how that looks. I think that's as close as I'm gonna get there. These delicate little friends are not my style. I'm not a fan of drawing them. So have you guys been doing anything interesting lately? For for me, I didn't teach myself. Grandma taught me to crochet, and I have been crocheting. Um, I have been trying for years to get her to teach me something, and she finally agreed. And I'm so excited. I made hair bows. I made a lot of hair bows. A lot of crochet hair bows. Really? That's interesting. Yeah, bows are hard from the side angle. Oh no. That's why. Like I said, I have trouble not drawing my line art on the sketch layer. Oops. And let's color this in the brown. Color the star the same color. And do these friends. I had to figure out where my lines were. There we go. And then get the yellow. I want it to be a little darker yellow. And then we'll grab pink from over here. Guess it would actually be beneficial down here. We'll kind of blend this in. It's really hard to see detail on this one. Because the cherry blossoms are so close to white. It's so hard to see actual, like, where one ends and another begins, and everything's just very subtle and delicate on them. Thank you. I'm gonna get a lighter pink, almost white pink, to try to get closer to that cherry blossomy color. I don't want to go full white because, like, I don't want it to blend into the paper, and I know, like, the cherry blossom really is just almost white there, but I'm taking some creative liberties. Then let's get our medium and our small. We are going to start with the star here. Trying to figure out how I want to do the medium. There we go. I think that'll look good. And then we're going to do the star again. And again, I'm doing a 2-point wiggle just to kind of reference my inspiration, how Pokemon has been like a big inspiration to me, because I'm pretty sure that's where I got the 2-point wiggle being associated with cherry blossoms. We'll make this one a little smaller. This one a little bigger. I don't know. I think I have the best followers here. It kind of does. But yeah, I think you guys are the best followers. will say, ideally, I would be doing a study on like each of these flowers. But instead of just drawing one of each, essentially, I know I drew 2 for the cherry blossom, but still. But I'm not gonna. I'd rather have, right now, where I'm at with my ability to draw plants, I would rather have a basic ability to draw multiple different ones than be really good at drawing one. So if I were to choose one to be really good at drawing at, it would be the sunflower, because sunflowers are my favorite flower. What are your guys' favorite flowers? Do you have any? When I was little, we had a garden of sunflowers, and they would get taller than me, and I would love them. They were so bright and yellow and happy and big. I have sunflower seeds that I bought last year and that didn't get a chance to plant them. So I'm hoping I'll get a chance to plant them this year. It's like after, and the directions were like after frost has ended, like after the potential for frost has gone away. And I'm like, I don't know when that is. If I remember correctly, it snowed in April here last year. I don't know when frost is gonna go away. Ooh, baby's breath in between roses. That sounds pretty. I think I just want a line. Just a little dash. Alright. We have our cherry blossoms done. Let's see, what are we gonna do next? I should really go and do a tree or something. I think baby's breath is a flower. But, like, to be quite honest, trees are a little intimidating to me. Let's do a sunflower. Let me draw my sunflower. Actually, I don't want to draw my sunflower right now. I want to draw... You know what? You know what? Let's draw a rose. Let's draw a rose. I'm not good at roses. I'm really bad at them. So let's draw a rose. So, I don't know how I want to start this, which is a problem. I think I'm gonna start with this one. No, not gonna start with this one. I'm gonna start with the tiny one in the center. And then there's like another one that kind of goes in. One that kind of goes like that. And we see this friend. And it has a little warble on it. We get to see like the edge of that. This curves in a little bit more, actually. And kind of goes in. Did I mention I'm bad at roses? I don't draw roses that well. But that's okay. That's why we're here. That's why I'm practicing. That's also why I'm going very, very slow. Warble, warble, warble. Oh wait, no, I missed something. We're here. It's not that much of a warble there. Cuts around. And there's one that cuts around and then warble, 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 warble. We go and something in the nature of this. Okay. Where am I? I need a "you are here" sign. Wait, this is all just darkness? Oh no, this comes to like here. There we go. There we go. We got there. We got there eventually. And then you know what? No, I'm trying this again. Okay, we're gonna start off with like this shape. This is a shape. It's a little vase shape. And then in it, they're the friends we were looking at. Little tiny ones. And then the warbly. I'm gonna draw this bigger. I promise we'll get done with this rose. I promise. It's a face shape to start out with, like this in the center. So that, and that. We do a little warble. And then we have slightly bigger friend. And we have bigger warbly friend. That goes down a little bit. And we have another bigger warbly friend that goes down like that. start breaking away from the actual vase shape. Of that petal. Still part of the vase shape. We have this petal. And it comes around. This petal is inside still. I'm already confused about the order of these petals. We still haven't drawn a couple of the friends over on this side. 1 second. I need this friend to warble around. There we go. There we go. And we have another friend just somewhere over here that warbles around and then kind of goes straight down and has like a little friend. This one kind of looks like one of those things on a suit. Sit around like that. I don't know if this is looking right. Kind of has more of an open-y look to it rather than the curve of this side. I feel like something's wrong. Let's bring this up a little. It's kind of curls. Let's get that curl in there. Okay. I think it's looking okay. I think it's looking okay. We kind of see the bottom of this bulb. There we go. Here kind of goes, just kind of goes. And there's some warblies, of course. Between here and there's a little this friend. I actually think that might be two this friends. Looks like there might be two of them there. And, here and a bit that kind of comes around like this and warbles around. Something's wrong. Parts of this looks like a rose. Part of this is feeling wrong. Trying to figure out where I've gone wrong, and I feel like it might, as I'm doing some small corrections, I feel like it might just be a bit like all a tiny imperfections kind of leading up to it looking really wrong. Because the more I'm messing, the more it's looking a little better. Something has to happen with the petals over on the right side. Kind of want to bring that down a little. Then we're gonna putz around with this warbly bit. That didn't go quite the way I planned. Let's see. Has an angle this direction. Something is still weird over on the right side. What if I just didn't? What if I just take this part and bring it around like that? Nope, that doesn't look right. I was hoping I could just not. Because the rest of this looks pretty decent, I think. I think it looks pretty rose-like, this part. It's just... It needs something over here, and the something over here I'm struggling to get to look right. off there. And then you... curve in here. Something in that nature. Something like that. Let's go with that. I think that looks okay. We don't want our line art that thick. We want it at 10. Now that we have the sketch figured out, I'm not as stressed about it. Line art is incredibly fun to me. Like, I know there are a lot of people who really don't like it, but line art is incredibly fun to me. Because you figured out what everything's supposed to look like. And you have that all figured out. And now you just get to draw without having to worry. And you can focus on other aspects of the art, like making the lines thicker in darker spots and thinner in lighter spots, and figure out how to make it a composition that stands on its own without the color. And it's nice. Smoother. Alright, thanks for coming, Mana. Have a great day. Like, to be quite honest, I like just about every step of art that I do. And I say just about every because I feel like there are times where I get frustrated, but like I can't name an art step that I don't like. Cuz sketches are loose and you get to design what you're doing. It's where a lot of the decisions are made. Line art, you get to just like glide through and like decide where you're actually really like that line. Where your darks and lights are gonna be. And how you're gonna approach that. You can do a lot with colors with line art too. I know I don't play with colors near as much as I used to, but I used to play with colored line art a lot. And then coloring's always been fun for me. I love to color. Darken this line up a little bit to Emulate a drop shadow. I don't want that there. I want that here. Then whoop. Nope. Whoop. There we go. Make this real dark. And you around. Again, we're going to make this area's lines a little bit thicker to emulate a drop shadow going on. Do the same over here. There we go. There we go. I'm going to make a little bit of darkness here. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. That's a little bit too even of a wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. There we go. Then wiggle, 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 wiggle. Go. Make a little bit of a dark patch here. Almost done with the line art, and then we can start playing with how we're gonna color this. There's so many like areas for darks and lights that I'm really excited for the coloring of this. Nope, don't want that there. There we go. darken up this stem a little bit. There we go. Let's see, I think I want to play with the line art just a little bit more before we go into color. I feel like we could push it further. Don't know if we should push it further, but I feel like we could. And I kind of want these wiggles to be just a little darker. There we go. Then I feel like make this area in the line art. I think we're good. I think we're good there. All right. Layer, new layer folder. Fill. We're gonna fill it with red. Wait, I'm making it red again. 1 second. There we go. There we go. And get another drink real quick. Let's go in here and get some of these colors blocked out. And there, and there's a little bit here and up here. Alright, and then we're gonna take this red and we're gonna actually bring it back into this pink that we've started. We're gonna blend it in a little bit. So it looks less stark. Blend, blend, blend. There we go. And we'll get a real dark green. Can't really see much of the stem, but we'll get a real dark green for the stem. I don't like that green. Let's desaturate it. Let's desaturate it more. There. Thank you. I actually don't want to use this red, though. I want to use a purpley color. I think that'll make it look nicer. Nice and deep color. I actually do think I'm going to multiply this. I think that's just going to help me in general with getting this rose to look nice, because it does have multiple colors in it. That's why I started using multiply in the first place, was so I could do like multiple color, something with multiple colors, like camouflage. I think the actual reason was camo socks. The camo socks were getting annoying to color on one of my characters. Yeah. But that's why I started using multiply. A little bit of a light over here. I don't like that. It's going away. I don't know if I have any drawings of that character that, like, in that outfit, because that was like several computers ago. But I wanted her to read as a tomboy, so I gave her camo socks. Honestly, if I remember correctly, the camo socks suited her. But that just could be like memory lens. I thought that at the time, so I still think that kind of thing because I haven't seen it since. I think multiply shadows look great too. This rose set of 3 that we're going to be doing, that we're working on right now, it's probably going to be the last plant that I do this time, and then like we'll do more plant next time. was hoping I was gonna get like 5 or 6, but again, I'm measuring my standards of how I do people for like how I do plants versus how I do people, and like I'm fast with people. I know nothing about plants, which is why we're doing this stream in the first place. Now to keep reminding myself, I'm not fast with plants right now because I'm new at plants. That's fine and valid. Trying to think about how I'm gonna simplify this rose. I'm not sure. Not sure how to approach simplifying a rose. Because roses are pretty complex. That's a thing about roses. But I do think we have our non-simplified one pretty much done. I think it looks pretty good. Alright. Let's do the next 2 sketches in line art real quick. So I think what I'm gonna do to simplify this is actually, I am gonna just use one vase shape and kind of have a few petals like that. And then kind of have petals going out.
Discovery core computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Like, yeah, I don't think this looks too bad as far as, like, an unsimplified rose goes. Like, it's not the best in the world, but it's not bad. Then, to make an even smaller one, I'm gonna do a little swirl. This friend, we'll do this friend, and we'll do this friend, and we'll do that friend. That's how we're gonna do a really unsimplified rose. I think that'll look okay, right?
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I think it'll look okay. Need to add warbles. 1 second. Not adding enough warbles. I should still have warbles. Let's see. I'm noticing a lot of flowers have little warbles on them. And then swirly. This one's not going to have any warbles. At least not many. There we go. bit more of the white showing on the medium flower. We aren't going to do much in the way of blending the medium flower, the red and the pink in the medium flower. Only place, yeah, the only place we're going to blend is down here because I feel like it needs it. Then I need to grab this green. Now we can do some multiply. And I'll blend this in a second. Sorry, I think I just bumped my mic. Let's see where all it needs to be blended. We'll get some. I forgot to change it to add glow. Whoopsies. Go. We have that one done. Now let's get our tiny one done. We're gonna have this flower completely in shadow over here. And then just a little tiny hint of a highlight here and there. And then I do think there needs to be a shadow right here. Right here, there we go. Alright! Did it! And I'm gonna move these cherry blossoms from up here to right here so we can actually change the size of this canvas real quick. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. It has been an absolute blast. I was so nervous about doing this stream, but I'm really glad I did it. I'm glad I stopped putting it off because it's been fun. We're definitely going to be doing more plants for future training arcs. I don't know if we're going to do it right back to back to back or if we're going to spread it out a little bit, but we are definitely going to be doing more plants. I haven't decided when my next stream is, but if you keep an eye out on my Twitter or Discord. Oh, you're trying to apply it to some Sakura pattern lace? That's cool. But yeah, I usually let people know when I'm streaming on those two platforms. You can also check out my YouTube. I've been working on uploading my VODs. hopefully this has helped you guys as much as it's helped me. But yeah, thank you guys for coming. Let me save this real quick, because I will forget. You too. You take care too. String stuff. Training arc. Yes. Alright, let's go find somebody to raid. You know what? You know what? Since we're doing art, let's keep the art train going. Let's go raid Henna Mimi. Actually, no. Maybe. Kind of want to see if there's... Hi, I'm indecisive. I kind of want to see if there's like a... Kind of want to check out the art tag. Like, there's nothing wrong with Henna Mimi. I just get nervous with rating bigger streamers.